Hi everyone, this is AtYourServiss with O2B Stamping, coming to you today with a fun Christmas project. Now I don't usually start my videos out this way. Usually I start them out with a finished product so you can see what I'm getting ready to make. But I made several of these for my craft shows this year and they all sold out before I could ever get a picture of them. But I was lucky enough to have kept one of the kits for making these, so I want to share it with you today. So just bear with me a little bit. It's going to be a mystery project. I'm going to clear this out of the way for the moment. Bring this back in actually. Okay, so these are the measurements that you're going to need to make this treat box. So the measurements are 5 3/4 along the widest part here, 5 3/4 by 9 1/2. Then you're going to score your short side first. So that's going to be this side, and it's going to be scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/2. Then the long side is going to be scored at 3 3/4, but you're only going to score up to that first horizontal line. So you're going to score from here to here, and then from here to here, to this first vertical line. And then you're going to score all the way across at 6 inches and 7 1/4 inches. Okay, so let me go over that one more time. I know you can back up the video and watch it if you don't get it, but 5 1/4 by 9 1/2. Score the short side first, so that's the side, and that's going to get scored at 1 1/4 and 4 1/2. Now when you go to score for your long side, your first score is going to be 3 3/4 inches, but you're only coming to that first score mark. Same on this side. Only to that first score mark is where you're going to cut. And then the other two score marks are 6 inches and 7 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my designer series paper. Oh, sorry, forgot one thing. So then you're going to cut away the two pieces that you'll see here. Okay, you're going to cut those completely away, and then you're going to cut on these score lines and then just cut a little wedge to create the tab. So cut the wedge on these tabs and not on these. Okay, all right. Then you're going to bring in a piece of designer series paper. This is from the Be Merry designer series paper. So, and again, that measures, sorry, get these together here. So that designer series paper here measures 5 3/4 by 3. You're going to have two small pieces that measure 2 inches by 1 inch, and then you're going to have this last piece that measures 5 3/4 by 3. No, 3 by 2, sorry, 3 by 2. This one's 5 3/4 by 3, this one's 3 by 2, and then the two small ones are 2 by 1. Okay, so I'm going to slip those off for a minute. I'm actually going to score these, or I should say burnish these score marks. And now you can add your designer series paper. I always like to score it first and sort of form the box so I know exactly which side of the paper, of the cardstock, I am actually gluing to. So I'm going to start with this larger piece. If you're ready for Christmas already, congratulations. I am not, but I'm having fun getting there. Okay, if there is a design on your paper, make sure that you're putting it right side up. This one, actually, there is a random design, so it's not going to make a difference. Okay, so then the other pieces that I want to add are going to be here and here. So we're actually going to turn that over. And you're going to love the Designer Series paper in this pack. It's really a traditional Christmas collection with green and reds, real red garden green. Okay, now I'm actually going to decorate my box first as well. So I'm bringing in this Wrapped in the Warmth of Christmas that comes from the Snowflake Sentiment stamp set. And I have used a marker to color the Wrapped in the Warmth, and that color is chocolate chip. No, I think that's early espresso, sorry, and real red. So this is the stamp set that I use, Snowflake Sentiments. It's got a lot of really nice sentiments as well as a couple of snowflakes. I love the little curlicue. Fun stamp set to play with. Also has a matching Thinlit die that you can purchase together at 10% off. And this has some really cute little dies in it, including, I don't know if you can see this one, but this little curlicue is one of my favorites. Anyway, be sure to check out the website for some clearance rack product, as well as Stampin' Up's been offering a lot of sales lately, so make sure you don't miss out on anything. So I went and got this stamp set. I wanted to show you how I actually did this rather than just telling you. So I'm using my Stampin' Right Early Espresso marker, and I'm just with the side, not the tip, because you will fray the tip out if you use the tip. You're going to use the side, and you're just going to color everything that you want. Whoops, I just realized I colored it backwards. So I was going to do this red and the other Early Espresso, but you'll get the idea, so that's all that matters. So I'm going to cap that, bring in my real red, and again using the side of the marker, you're just going to color it. And then I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. Now, if you've ever worn eyeglasses, you know what the word huff means on eyeglasses. So that's what I'm going to do actually with my ink here. I'm going to huff on it so that the my hot my hot air will moisten this and it'll stamp nicely. Okay, there you go. Alright, and then I then took my framelit from the Layering Ovals Framelits die, and I used this one to cut that out. Okay, so just put that there with the rough side down, ran it through my Big Shot, so you can see which one I used, and then I took a sponge, which I have quite the collection of sponges that I've already used. We'll just grab one of those. My early espresso ink pad. And I'm just going to show you how I sponge on this. I'm not going to actually go ahead and cut it out, but you'll be able to see the process. So just kind of hold this lightly in my hand, get some ink on my sponge, and then just go around the edges like that. Now, the looser you hold your cardstock, the more area will get inked. If you hold it really taut, the area that's going to get inked is basically just going to be your edge. So that's a little bit of something about sponging. I love to sponge. I sponge a lot, so little lesson on sponging for the day. Okay, so I've got that done. I'm going to bring this in. Now this is going to be my front here, and I am actually going to add this. I'm just going to use, you could use some dimensionals here if you want, but I'm actually going to not use dimensionals because I'm going to add another little embellishment, and I actually want to use dimensionals on that. So I'm going to put this a little off to the side, not a lot. Actually, no, I don't even really need to do that. I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Okay, and then I brought in a little embellishment. Now this embellishment is from a stamp set that I've had from long ago that I really loved and have kept it. I'll write on the screen what this embellishment is from, just in case you might have one and you also might want to use it. But you could use anything, you know, in your stash. Could actually even use one of the snowflakes if you wanted to, from the Snowflake Sentiments. But actually I'm going to use this little mug. Need a couple of dimensionals to put on the back of it. And I'm going to put that right there. Okay, now it's time to assemble it so you can see actually what we're making. So I'm going to use my fast fuse. Tear and tape is also a good option for putting this together. I'm going to put my fast fuse first on my 2 tabs. Now remember, when you are using fast fuse, to always check it before you stop using it. That'll break the adhesive and then it will attach nicely. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this is I'm going to actually just pick this up and bring these in, and I'm going to form a box. Like so. So that it's nice and square. I've set it down on the table to put that together. And then I'm going to add more fuse here. Check it. Lay it down and check it. Lay it down and check it. And then again, I'm just going to leave this box flat so that I can feel when it's nice and lined up. Now you get to see what's going on. There you go. And then for the inside, I put Land O'Lakes hot chocolate mix, and they have different flavors. I filled 2 test tubes, one with mini marshmallows and one with crushed peppermint. You could put a little ribbon around that too if you wanted. Have one handy. But I think on the ones that I sold, I actually did do that. I think I actually put a piece of ribbon around those. And then I put a little bit of shred. in the bottom to help the little Santa elf stand up. The little Santa elves are from the Lint chocolate collection. You can find them in stores usually this time of the year. I've also found them with the little teddy bear, which is pretty cute. And at Easter they have chicks and bunnies, but I love the little Santa elf. Let's make sure that's going to look where I want it to be. Might add a little bit more shred there, but I'll do that after the fact. And then I took actually one of our old gusset bags, which you could use. The ones that we currently carry, I think, would be big enough. I apologize, I should have measured that so I would know for sure, but I didn't. Now you could also put some shred in the bottom of the gusset bag as well. Make it look kind of fun. Put a little elf back in there. I might put a little glue dot on the back of his head to keep him where you want him. There we go. And then you can just tie the top with some ribbon, some twine, put a cute little tag. But being that I've put a lot of my Christmas stuff away already, I'm not going to go ahead and decorate that. I'll leave that up to your imagination. But you could do all kinds of cute things. You could even just add some material if you wanted, some fabric to tie that off. So there you go. I hope you enjoy that little cocoa holder with the test tube marshmallows and peppermint. I really enjoyed making these. And if you do any craft bazaars at this time of the year, these were big sellers. They sold out in no time at all. So I hope you enjoyed that. Have a Merry Christmas and come back and visit soon.